What's going on, gardeners? The end of winter is upon us, and now is the perfect time to start planting your bare root fruit trees. So this will be your ultimate guide to planting these trees. So when you buy your bare root fruit trees, they'll most likely come in something like you see here, packed in sawdust, wood shavings, or newsprint material, and this just helps to hold the moisture in and keep the roots on your bare root trees from drying out. This is regardless of whether you buy them personally, perhaps at the store, or whether you have ordered them online and they're being shipped to you. Now, when you obtain your trees, you need to plant them as soon as possible for two very important reasons. The first is depending on the packing material that the sellers use, it could end up being too wet or too dry. Neither is optimal, but death to the tree could become probable if you leave them sitting too long. The second reason is because they need to be planted before the end of their dormancy period. There should be no leaves at the time of planting. And before you do plant your trees, there are two important things also you need to do. The first one is what I am being sure to do right here. Go ahead and putting them in a bucket and soaking them in water for a couple of hours. Now, don't soak them for more than that because this could encourage rot to form. And doing this for just a couple hours allows the roots to rehydrate themselves and get the tree ready for planting. And now, while it is soaking, it's a great time to trim any weird looking branches or broken branches. This will allow you to better know what direction or orientation you want to plant it. Be sure not to prune aggressively, or if you're planting something that is multi-grafted, such as this apple tree here, accidentally pruning off an entire variety, which is something that you would not want to do. The next thing you want to do is be sure to scope out your planting spot and make a nice hole for the tree. Be sure that your location that you selected gets the proper amount of sunlight for your variety of tree. Also make sure that there is ample drainage. If you're planting within a lawn or near a lawn, make sure there is at least a 16-inch circle around the tree. Preferably you want to have at least 1 foot around the tree free of all weeds and grass. This will allow the tree to have less competition with fighting for nutrients or water or something along the lines of that. So once your planting hole has been dug, you need to set your tree in just to see for depth, for measuring. A good rule of thumb is to plant your trees at the level of the topmost root, no higher and definitely no lower. But before you do backfill the dirt, be sure to add just a little bit of slow release fertilizer, like this 10-10-10. It can be organic slow release or a more synthetic based slow release, but this will take several months to break down, and by the time that the fertilizer starts to break down, the tree will be able to utilize that nutrient. So that is also why soluble fertilizers such as Miracle-Gro or fish emulsion will have absolutely no effect and will just be a waste right now because the tree is dormant and not uptaking any nutrients. Also, there's no need to add any compost in or any funny dirt like good potting soil. You don't need to do that because this will not allow your fruit trees to become fully acclimated to the surroundings. Be sure to gently pack the soil down to get rid of any air pockets and also go ahead and water it in. Finally, you can be sure to add a nice mulch layer. In this case, because it looks nice, I am just using the wood shavings including as the packing material. But be sure that whatever mulch you are using, don't volcano mulch it. Be sure to let your tree breathe. So this is just a quick, easy, ultimate guide to planting any fruit tree, any bare root fruit tree. Bare root fruit trees have multiple advantages, some of them among them being that they are cheaper, you can generally get a healthier tree, and usually you can get fruit sooner than if you were buying a potted tree. But while now is the time to plant your bare root fruit trees, it is also the season for something else. What is that? Well, it's seed starting, and in fact right here in this video, if you go ahead and watch this now, you will see my ultimate seed starting setup.